Alrighty. Like you're working.
Yep.
Wonderful. Great position to be in.
Why is this stream putting all the pressure on me?
I'm calling fucking shots. You gotta fucking nail it this time. It's been preordained.
Oh boy.
Welcome back to Ace Attorney Investigations.
If you can't tell, I'm bopping. The beat.
This is very good music.
Great.
Okay, so last time we got accused of murder on a plane.
Snakes on a plane.
Nope, murderers on a plane. Unsecured
First class
luggage on a
sales
plane.
Drops on a plane. There you go. Unsecured luggage on a plane. Way better than what I was thinking of.
So we found a couple things. Not a lot of things added up though. We landed in the airport. Now we're gonna do a proper investigation. But I think we have cleared ourselves on all charges at the very least. Right?
It's yet to be proven, I guess.
Maybe. March 12th, 1 p.m. local time, Hope Springs Airport.
What? What's the pink? What is she carrying and what has she got on her back? I can't.
Looks like she's carrying ice creams. And it looks like she's got a soda, like a beer dispenser on her back. Like at a baseball game.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like that at an airport.
Definitely not at an airport, no. It seems kind of crazy on an airport. I know that once we had landed, supposed to let the local police take over. Thanks to Miss Tenero and Miss Meal, I was able to preserve the crime scene. I just can't shake it. I wasn't able to talk with Miss Tenero in private. So I'm left wondering, just what was she up to? Why did she do what she did? Must be a way for me to continue my investigation.
I've been expecting you, Miles Edgeworth.
The fucking theme song comes in. You know exactly who this is. There she is! Oh, so cute! A really cute sprite. Franziska, I thought you were still in Germany.
I go where I'm needed. And wherever there are criminals to be caught.
Her name is Franziska von Karma. The daughter of my mentor, Manfred von Karma. She, like myself, is a prosecutor. Are you heading up this case? It would be a bit of a relief if you are.
Don't try to flatter me, Miles Edgeworth. I'm placing you under arrest.
What? Why? We just landed. What?
It's quite frustrating, actually. I had hoped to exact my revenge on you in a different venue. But I'll have to take what I can get. I never sought to see the day when a disciple of the House of Von Karma would become a criminal. Have you no shame?
Franziska, we've done this like 3 times already. This is like the 3rd time that this has happened. Wait, it's all been a big misunderstanding. I didn't kill the victim.
A misunderstanding? I heard all about the murder over the police radio from the captain himself. He waited for the victim on the 1st floor, then beat him to death.
Francisca, do you honestly believe that I killed that man?
I suppose I should reserve judgment until after I have investigated this for myself. I can put your arrest on hold until then.
That's as it should be.
Ha! I don't need a lecture on how to perform my duties from you of all people. To be perfect in every way, the fulfillment of that creed alone is all I strive for.
Well, I have my own creed, which I must fulfill. So why don't we solve this together?
I have to get going. The crime scene awaits. Don't you dare leave town.
Trust me, I had no intention to. I'm not even going to leave the airport.
Detective Gumshoe!
Hey!
Yes, sir. Too slow! Hacha! Wow! Listen up. I'm leaving you in charge of watching this man. Don't mess up, understand? Mr. Edgeworth, I'm supposed to guard him? A simple yes or no, detective. Hacha! Yes, sir. Understood, sir. You just leave it to me. Miles Edgeworth. If you interfere with my investigation, I'll arrest you on the spot. Are we clear? Now then, if you'll excuse me. Curtsy.
Great. I love her. She's so fantastic.
Good to see you again, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Boy, I'm glad to see you're okay.
Thank you, Detective.
I believe in you, sir. You can lean on me. I'll get you through this. Man, where's my gumshoe voice at?
It's up here. You need to bring it down here. I know you can't see the gesture I just did. But I trust that you understand when I said down here.
Uh-huh.
I have to admit, I'm a bit curious as to what Francisca is up to. Maybe I should ask the good detective. Very well. In that case, I have a few questions for you. Goodbye, detective. Lunchland. Not bad. I guess it's gotten big enough to warrant its own branch shops. What should I go with?
I recommend our airport special World Flag lunchboxes, only available for a limited time. A variety of lunchboxes made up to look like different countries' flags.
Wonder if they're aiming to take Lunchland to the international market. The man was in first class with me. He was quite shaken up by the whole affair.
I did it. I made the whole flight. I'm not scared of turbulence anymore.
Must have been pretty scared, repeating the same thing over and over to himself. I'm from behind. I think I've seen this man somewhere before.
We know that, man.
We do know that man. That's the director from Ace Attorney 1, isn't it?
I think it might be. Soviet Russia. World Flag lunchboxes eat you.
TikToks and emojis.
On it, lol. Oh, Bill, we have a creative problems going on. It's over 9,000 lols.
Oh boy. Do you feel that 2002 internet talk?
For my next lead movie, it's gonna be the Steel Samurai Warrior of New Old Tokyo. Oh, versus the World Samurai Champion of Earth. It's gonna rock sores, so many box sores. The Steel Samurai. Oh,
So the Steel Samurai is finally getting a movie. Chad seems to be heavily enjoying the sight of so many planes.
Wow, I like planes. Let's take a run down that runway.
Oh, the youth of today is so much potential, yet so misguided. Little does he know, someone is dead aboard that plane. Good view of the planes preparing for takeoff. Besides the turbulence, they're really not all that bad as a mode of transportation. Alright, Gumshoe. Fuck you. Initial investigation. How's the initial investigation going?
Oh, we just shipped the body off the coroner's office. And we're taking statements now, sir.
Sounds like Francisca. Always was good at quick responses to a case.
I'd say she, a little too quick, sir.
Oh? How so?
I rushed on over as soon as I got word of the affairs, sir. But, somehow, when I got here, Miss Von Carver was already here barking out orders at everyone. It was kind of creepy, as though she knew there had been a murder or something.
Don't tell me she was waiting for us to land. That's so cute. She was already here because she was waiting at the terminal for miles.
And come advance to wait for your flight's arrival.
That is sort of odd. It did show up rather quickly and out of the blue. Plus, I still don't know why she's here in America.
Ah, confirmed. We're in Americas.
Must be some backstory to all of this. Yes, it's America, but it's Jap-America.
Japan. Okay.
San Francisco. Right. Francisco Von Karma.
Miss Von Karma just kind of popped up at the prosecutor's office about a week ago, sir. Something about chasing down leads related to a certain incident?
Ooh. No details?
It's kind of top secret, so she can't talk about it. Even with me, sir.
Knowing her, the only type of talking she likes to do is with her whip. Plus, I doubt the top secret part was what stopped her from talking to you, Detective. Although, I wonder if her case has anything to do with mine.
Anyway, that's all about the info I have, sir. We should find out more as we investigate.
Yes, it is high time to resume my investigation. Starting with talking to the people involved in this case afresh. As I pilot? March 12th, 1:37 p.m. Flight G390. Second floor, first class. The vase is still strapped in.
So you must be the captain.
Yes, I am. Who might you be?
I am the prodigy prosecutor, Francisca Von Karma, and I have a few questions for you. Ah, don't you dare, Captain. Getting friendly with another woman.
Oh my god.
I'll never forgive you if you do.
Oh my god. What are you talking about? I only have eyes for you, my dear cabby. Wouldn't bet money on our dear captain to be much of a reputable person.
Sure you don't want to ask the captain some questions, sir?
He was in the cockpit the entire time. I highly doubt he would know anything of use. Anyway, I like to leave that type of witness to Francisca and her whip. Just walk by her. Actually, she says, don't interfere with the investigation.
Oh yeah, don't interfere with him. Whoa!
Took us 3 whole minutes to get from the first floor to the second floor.
Dang. So important to our timeline. Now see her. Ah!
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
How long do you intend to hold me? It's impossible for me to be a criminal. I told you.
Mr. LeBlanc.
That's you. Tell this man to stop stopping me from going. Time is money. I don't have even 1 second of wasteful time to spend.
Sir, you can't go in there.
I'm Miles Edgeworth. I'm one of the prosecutors on this case, so please let me through.
Very sorry, sir. No one is allowed to enter without Miss Von Karma's express permission.
I'm on the case.
Yes, sir, I understand that, but I also have explicit instructions not to let you through from Miss Von Karma.
Awesome. Ugh. Why would you do this to me, Francisca? Alright, LeBlanc, what's the problem? You finished taking a statement yet?
Yep, all done, sir.
I do not concern if you're done examining the cargo hold. I want my cargo back.
LeBlanc's cargo.
You make a single scratch on my art, you will pay.
Art? What sort of art?
Mr. LeBlanc's an art dealer. He's got a bunch of artwork down in the cargo hold, sir. There's practically a mountain of them, large and small.
From folk costumes to stone statues, I sell all kinds of arts.
Folk costumes. Speaking of which, Mr. LeBlanc's hat kind of looks like that other piece of cloth. Huh.
Have that in our evidence?
Yeah. Mr. LeBlanc, can you please look at this for me?
Huh? Oh, it is Borginian cloth.
As I suspected, the hat is made of the same material, I suppose.
Yes, of course. This fabric is so famous. Orders come from over the seas for more.
Cloth updated my organizer. Then this is the cargo you were talking about earlier.
No. My cargo this time is many gigantic. You detective, when can I have my cargo moved?
You can get your cargo back when we're done investigating, pal.
The stubbornness of your police, it is no good. It's no good that attendant refuses to exit the attendance room too.
That attendant? I wonder if he's talking about Miss Tenero. Okay. Rhoda Tenero. What do you mean by that attendant, Mr. LeBlanc?
She was taken into the attendance room for her interview. And then they still have not come out. They make no sign of coming out either. I was finished with my own interview much earlier, quicker than her.
Why is Miss Tenero's interview the only one that's taking up so much time?
Miles Edgeworth, you were given free rein to examine the plane, weren't you?
Yes, I was able to obtain the cooperation of the flight attendants. Speaking of attendants, I'd like to speak with Miss Tenero. I wonder if you might grant me permission to enter the flight attendant's room.
Before I do, you still have to clear up a few issues surrounding your own circumstances.
I understand.
You may have tricked those attendants with your sophisticated talking. But you can't pull the wool over my eyes, Miles Edgeworth.
Oh shit. Francisca's logic.
That does not complicate things and go with the most obvious conclusion. The scene of the crime was here, in the very lounge the body was discovered. From the time the victim was seen calling for an attendant until his body was found, the only person in this lounge the entire time was you, Miles Edgeworth. But this, unmistakably, makes you the likely suspect.
The likeliest suspect, Francisca?
So you have a problem with that?
No, but it's not like you to use such vague wording. Usually a bit more absolute.
I'm simply trying to watch out for you. Or is my kindness too hard for you to comprehend?
Thank you, but your leniency is unnecessary, for I will prove my innocence soon enough. Want to continue my investigation, we'll have to break her line of logic fast. Obvious conclusion. Crime was here in the lounge. Here, in the very lounge, the body was discovered. No, it was in an elevator.
No, it's an elevator.
The victim was seen calling for an attendant until his body was found. The only person in this lounge the entire time was you, Maz Edgeworth. It mistakenly makes you like this suspect.
That's also not true.
It's also not true. Rhoda De Niro was also... We didn't see her, but...
So I think this is a red herring. I think the pedantics of where the body was don't matter.
No, it kind of matters. If he was killed in the
Well, it
elevator.
does matter, but not for this statement.
So tell me, Francisca, do you know all there is to know about the crime scene?
'Cause I know all I need to know in order to arrest you.
And nothing more?
What you're saying there is more I need to know. Whatcha? Oh, well, why'd you whip me, sir?
Just whipping Gumshoe out of nowhere. Just for dramatic effect.
Sorry, Scruffy. My hands must have slipped.
It appears that Francisca doesn't have all the facts in this case yet. Looking for a tenant until the body was found.
Hold it!
What do you mean by scene?
Please stop pretending like you don't know. It's insulting.
It has been like a week, Francisca.
Obviously, I am talking about how Mr. Hicks was seen calling for an attendant at 5 a.m. And then, from the time after the call until the body was found, the person was you, Mr. Mazadroth. Hold it!
Well, it's true I was in the lounge the whole time. That fact alone does not make me the criminal.
Objection!
Objection. Ha! We'll see about that at the conclusion of this investigation. However, there's one thing that even you must admit at this time.
Have any evidence? Gypsy's footprints. I think we do. I think we just keep pressing on all of these statements till he gets tired of talking.
Hold it!
Do you think you're being a bit rash by simply declaring me the culprit? It's happened a couple times, and especially in, like, opening arguments, where you just have to press on every bit of information and you gain nothing. Pressing is progression, sometimes.
I like my affairs to be simple and perfect. I'll show you the meaning of both when I finish the whole thing within 3 minutes.
Hey, you say that like you're cooking a bag of instant noodle.
I won't allow even 3 seconds of useless testimony to be uttered in my presence.
She hasn't changed a bit. I won't allow her to send me to prison so easily.
Hold it!
Under the circumstances, I suppose I can agree with that I am the most likely suspect.
But I believe in you, sir. I don't think you did it. Miss Von Karma's gotta believe that too, right? I mean, you two are like siblings.
Quiet, Scruffy. Don't mention our sibling-like relationship. It makes it weird. Even if we were related by blood, that's no guarantee that he's not a criminal.
Amazing. Fantastic.
This isn't a
Francisca.
Kojima game.
Fucking throwing that out there.
Sorry.
Fuck no.
I demand to see some proof that you're not the guilty party.
The likely suspect, huh? What a roundabout euphemism. It would appear that she doesn't yet know about the new evidence we acquired and where we acquired it. Look at the gaps in her logic, one hole at a time. What do we have? Where can we put that?
The newest bit of evidence? Wouldn't that be the suitcase of the cloth?
Simon Miss Nero. Testimony. One of those two? It's gotta be. There'd be this much blood on this piece of cloth. And wrapped in it at some point. Good luck. This textile is fairly famous.
What a waste.
Bloody cloth.
The body was transported. That's the key piece.
Yeah, but where can we put the
I don't know.
person in the lounge this entire time was you, Miles Edgeworth?
That would be like footprints or something, right?
What's our interrogation with footprints being dragged?
This would be my
Maybe.
first assumption of what they're asking for, but I don't know.
Yeah. Airlines. He says latest, like it wants us to use the Borghini cloth we just saw, but like.
I was trying to say that somebody would have to have access to the cloth, which wouldn't have been us.
The crime was here in the lounge where the body was discovered. But would,
Maybe that's it. The body was transported in the suitcase, so it couldn't actually be here. This couldn't be the scene of the crime. This is just the where the body was discovered, which is two different things.
right. You're right.
Objection!
It appeared that you did not have all the information you needed after all.
And what does that mean?
I found a nice piece of evidence just before I was forced to stop investigating. A piece that proves that the body was moved from a different location.
Ah,
The killer used this suitcase to move the victim's body. Meaning that the real scene of the crime is not this lounge at all.
Objection!
now who's the one actually jumping to conclusions?
Excuse me?
All you did was find this piece of cloth inside the suitcase. That doesn't prove that the body was moved. It could be that the killer simply chose that suitcase as a good place to hide the cloth.
I expected you would come to that conclusion. It would seem I can't escape that easily.
You should know better than that! Von Karma is perfect in every way!
Ah, but did you know that the killer definitely wheeled the suitcase around at some point?
Objection!
As if there's proof of that!
If the suitcase was moved around, that's the footprints.
Take that!
Spilled grape juice in front of the elevator.
Yes, and I'd like to draw your attention to this area here. Where's the evidence that proves the killer dragged the suitcase through here? There?
Ta-da!
Take that!
This mark here, would you say it looks suspiciously like the tracks from two wheels?
I suppose.
Further, there's also grape juice residue on the wheels of the suitcase. This means that the suitcase containing the victim's body definitely passed through here.
Suppose this means that the killer did move the victim on from somewhere else. No, that's not right. That just means that the suitcase was moved through that area. Doesn't actually still mean that the body was in it at the time.
Well, would an empty suitcase track grape juice
Yeah.
on a carpet?
I mean, I don't know if you could determine how deep it would have to be to have that much weight or whatever, but
I would think that you would need like a decent amount of weight in a suitcase in order for it to pick up that much grape juice on the wheels while it's rolling. And from a damp carpet?
Particularly sticky. I don't think that's necessarily a definite conclusion.
I mean, it's definite enough.
I think the definite conclusion would be that there's something left from the body, not just blood, that could have been transferred, but something like, I don't know, hair or something else. But anyway.
I'm glad you've come to your senses.
Objection!
Not so fast. This still doesn't put you in the clear. Not by a long shot.
Francisca's Logic Part 2.
So prepare yourself and acquire the piggy bank before the plane hits the turbulence. Then you wait for the victim in the lounge, or you beat him to death. Then, while you are in the elevator with the victim's body stuffed into the suitcase, the plane hits a patch of turbulence, and out throws the body from within the suitcase. No way out. You hastily put the suitcase back where you had taken it from, and pretended to be the discoverer of the body.
Not a bad bit of logic for something you thought up on the fly.
Just what are you insinuating?
I will show you exactly how flawed your logic is. I mean, not a lot of blood in the lounge for having beaten someone to death. No matter how strong of a face you put on, not even you can hide your fears from me. I'll expose the flaws in your logic in one fell swoop.
My understanding of blunt force trauma to the back of the head is that it takes like one blow, and then there'll be some blood pooling, but it won't be like, it's not like you slit their throat or something.
I mean, yeah, I guess. Taken out of the display case in flight shop after the turbulence. How do we know this? Because the broken glass of the display case this was in had the glass outwards and a hat was left behind.
That's why I said it seems more like a crime of
Opportunity?
circumstance. Maybe she was defending herself. 1 second.
No, his food has just arrived. Wonder what he's eating today. Truly is a mystery. Hopefully, something good. Who have we been introduced with that is important enough to have a portrait? LeBlanc, Nero, and Meal. Who could have killed them? Definitely not LeBlanc. It's either Meal or Nero. Gotta be Meal, right? Can't be. I think it's too much going on with Tenero for it to actually be Tenero. It's way too obvious. Right, piggy bank for the plane hit the turbulence. The victim in the lounge, we beat him to death. And while you're in the elevator with the victim's body stuffed into the suitcase, that patch of turbulence. Now flew the body from the case. Now you hastily put the suitcase back where you had taken it from. And it'd be the discoverer of the body. What
The only thing is that the fact that the cell phone is missing makes it seem like it's not a crime of circumstance, but planned, like a theft.
Yes. Very much seems like that's the case. But what did he have on that cell phone then? is a mystery.
Objection!
Embarrassing photos of you at the Christmas party.
Oh my god! The fact that you took this piece of evidence into account in your testimony is to be commended. Your legal prowess is certainly something to be feared.
Evidence and logic. Essential tools. And those who stand in the courtroom must learn to master.
What if there was a fake piece of evidence thrown into the mix?
A fake.
This Captain Hugo piggy bank is such a fake. It is not the real murder weapon.
What?
The timing when the bank was taken from the shop is important. And it was taken after the turbulence had occurred.
But then, what about the blood on the bank? What do you make of that?
I assume it was added after the murder when the killer fabricated this weapon. Looking at it this way, the killer basically did 3 things after the turbulence. After exiting the elevator, the killer brought the suitcase to the shop and left it there. Then the killer proceeded to pick the bank up off the floor, and took it to fabricate a fake murder weapon by hitting the victim on the head. Finally, the victim's wallet was planted on my personage, in my pocket to be precise. Everything was done so that I would be framed for the murder of Mr. Akbe Hicks.
Yoza!
What you eating?
Potatoes and eggs Benedict.
Ah, very nice.
Yes, ma'am. Other than this piggy bank, was anything else resembling a murder weapon found? We didn't find anything of this in this lounge or in the shop that could be used as one man. Most of the items that could have been used were broken during the turbulence. And the remaining items all tested negative for any trace of blood. I see. Well, as that first. It appears your stall tactics are at an end.
But it's possible it's just hidden somewhere, sir.
Oh! If the criminal wanted to hide the weapon in the first place, in a safer place, I think the weapon would have been hidden in the same place as the bloody cloth.
Exactly what I was thinking. Because the cloth was hidden inside that suitcase, it signals to me that the killer did not prepare a more secure place to hide the evidence. Which means that the real murder weapon is either still on the murderer's personage, or is still at the real crime scene.
Objection!
There is one more possibility.
And that would be...
That the piggy bank is in fact the real weapon.
Didn't we just...
Let me finish. The killer took the bank out from the display case before the turbulence. By opening the lock on the display case door. It was at that time that the glass pane in the door was broken. I'd say that's a perfectly reasonable line of reasoning, wouldn't you? Let's see. So that means the killer had the key to the display case.
And Siska, the person you're talking about.
Not so fast. I'm not finished. The person I'm talking about also committed another sin. She tricked the captain and granted you permission to conduct your investigation. Yes, it is the sin of lying. Speaking of which, I recall that you also wish to speak with her.
Yes.
Very well. Permission granted, but only if I can sit in on your interrogation. Do we understand each other?
I have no intention of interrogating her. But you are welcome to accompany if you so wish.
Mr. Nero is in the flight attendant's room. Let's move. Let's make a move.
Let's make a move. Oh, she's got a lot of posters. March 12th, 12:23 p.m. Flight G390, first floor, flight attendant's room.
So you're the one that poked around inside this plane without the captain's permission. Deviating from the flight attendant's manual is very unbecoming, you know. They have bunk beds?
Yeah.
Right? That's not right.
Well, this is a long haul flight. This is like 16 hours top plus.
I guess.
They have 2 dedicated attendants for first class, so probably have a couple more for business and economy.
This is an incredibly wide room. If you take
Oh,
it
this is
at its
crazy
face
big.
value.
Yeah.
What were you hoping to accomplish by doing that? I...
Mr. Nero,
Ah, Mr. Edgeworth, you're here too.
can you please help us and shed some light on why you did what you did?
All right.
Alright, well, this place is pigsty. It's pretty easy to tell who sleeps on which bunk just by looking. Almost certain that the well-kept one on top belongs to Mr. Nero.
Ew, this bottom one's a giant mess.
You sloven, squalid scoundrel of a man. You dare to scrutinize a woman's bed and invade her privacy? Ka-chow!
Yo!
There are some things in life best kept to yourself, detective. That's not the direction I expected us to be coming from. I thought this was like a mirror. We came in from that direction. So, you know, there's guards standing there. But
Oh,
no.
where's that door go?
They, presumably the lockers are underneath the stairs. So we came in from here, from near the bar area. And then beds are right in line with the door. Come down to this area that's underneath the stairs and the landing
Oh.
upstairs.
Oh, I think I remember she said something about past the attendance room is access to storage or something? Like
Cargo
cargo hold access?
Or at least the cargo hold. Can't let you through without Miss Moncaro's express permission. Not a bad way to handle the situation if it was any old case, but this isn't.
Between you and Miss Von Carbo, who's better at the job?
Oh, there's no comparison to be made, detective. None. Big clue of some sort in this trash can. Detective Gumshoe, if you please.
Yes, sir. Just leave the rummaging to me.
Scruffy, how dare you go through a woman's trash without her permission? Have you no sense of honor?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just doing what Mr. Edgeworth told me to do. Ooh.
Forgive me, detective.
So, here's the attendant's lockers, huh? Let's hurry up and examine them, sir.
Why must men always be so rude? Besides, who exactly gave you permission to search the attendant's lockers?
Wait, detective. It would be uncouth of us to look in a woman's locker without her permission.
Yeah, I guess so. Plus, I feel this murderous draft. I can sense a whiff not far behind.
What exactly is this panel for?
Ah, that's the emergency room control panel for the elevator. We use it to stop the elevator on the first floor and keep its doors open.
Oh,
That's gotta come into play.
gotta be. Captain's permission. What? Yeah, what's going on?
What
did you lie about receiving the captain's permission like that?
Because I didn't think I'd be able to get the captain's permission.
What do you mean?
The captain, he only has ears for Cammy. I spoke with the captain a little earlier myself. He definitely seemed to be rather taken with Miss Emile. Yes, and on top of that, I had mistakenly accused Mr. Edgeworth of being the killer. I wanted to make amends.
In that case, please allow me to thank you for what you did. Thanks to you, I was able to clear myself of all charges.
Really?
Not really.
You were able to prove your innocence?
No, actually, if we don't find anything, I'm going straight to jail.
Oh, thank goodness.
I'm going to jail?
Mr. Nero, is it? There's one more thing I'd like to ask you. You were the first in this in-flight shot just before the turbulence, weren't you? Please answer honestly. Yes, I was. And why were you there?
Stealing a piggy bank.
Well, I...
Hmm? Why the sudden hesitation? Francisca seems to have struck a nerve.
All I did was go check up on the shop like I always do. You're saying it was for work, then? Yes, I'm in charge of the shop, so I have to keep an eye on it. I don't have any reason to go there otherwise. That's your visit to the shop. You paid a visit to this room, correct? Yes, I came back to freshen up and adjust my makeup. I'm sorry, but there isn't much else to tell.
Nero claims to have no reason other than duty to go to the shop. That all there is to it? Maybe I should ask her about that thing. What's up with the suitcase? You could please take a look at this for me, Mr. Nero.
Oh, that suitcase.
Yes. With the suitcase. You're the one who designed it, correct? And I think I figured something else out about it. This suitcase is the reason you went to the shop, isn't it?
There's nothing you won't find out eventually, is there?
Would you please tell me more about this suitcase?
Yes, I was interested in seeing how the suitcases I had designed were selling.
Not at all. Not at all.
I know that as a service professional, I'm not supposed to care. I really wanted to know. I was glad to see that it was the last one there.
Oh. So when De Niro went to the shop, there was only one suitcase there. Last one there. I guess that tracks because there's only the suitcase tracks and footprints in one direction. So it's not like they grab the suitcase, move the body, and then
Well,
put
I wonder
it
if
back.
she's gonna say. And because there was only one left, I grabbed one from this room and I brought it to the shop so there'd be a second one.
Last one there. They're saying, Mr. Nero, that the suitcase in question was the last one?
Yes. They're just so popular. They're practically flying off the shelves.
Not exactly the impression I got.
The one in the shop is definitely the last one.
Would you buy a suitcase that looks like that?
I think I answered this in the last episode.
Did
and
you?
The answer is yes. Because I'm a freak and likes neon colors.
Well, we're currently looking at that suitcase.
Really? Then I guess we sold all of them. Thank you so much for taking the last one.
Nope, not looking at it like that. I didn't say anything about buying it.
Then say you'll buy it.
Sorry, I can't.
Why? I think it'd go great with your complexion, Mr. Edgeworth. It really suits you. I guarantee it personally, as a service professional.
Well, that is... How should I put this? It's hideous.
What?
Maybe that was a bit too direct. Moving on. My issue with the suitcases isn't the design, it's the number of them remaining.
Remaining?
There were 2 suitcases in the in-flight shop when I investigated it.
2? But that's impossible.
Who would want to return the suitcase?
I'm sure there was only one. Looks like Hastari has generated quite the contradiction. When I left the shop, I'm positive there was only one suitcase left.
Something is amiss here. What could be the meaning of this inconsistency? By the way, Miss De Niro, what is one of the suitcases doing here?
That's...
I thought you said there was only one left.
That one is, it's mine. I've used it for a very long time now.
She's used it for a long time? I think not. Miss De Niro, I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't lie to me.
Excuse me?
I don't believe for even 1 second that you've used this for a very long time. Proves that this hasn't been used for nearly as long as Miss De Niro says. It's got the price tag still on it.
Take that!
Tell me, Miss De Niro, is it also your habit to keep the price tag pristine on your suitcase?
What is the meaning of this? Why would you lie about the suitcase?
Would you still buy this suitcase if it was $1,200?
If I could afford first class tickets, maybe.
Despite having faith in her design sense, the sales numbers made her cry bitter tears. The truth is becoming increasingly clear to me. Miss De Niro, I think I understand. I know what you're trying to hide. Now then, this suitcase was originally in... in-flight shop.
You think she swapped them?
I think she bought it herself. It's gonna be very sad she bought one of the suitcases she designed herself.
I think this one was a backup for the store. No, sorry. This one was in the store. And I think she used her own personal suitcase, possibly to transport the body, and then had to bring that one back with her. Now, I know you said that the suitcase only rolled one way. So the order in which she did it maybe is a bit suspect, but this one had the price tag on it. I don't think the other ones did.
Being as how the price tag is still on the suitcase, one can only assume it was out on the floor for sale in the shop. The person who bought this suitcase was... She bought it herself.
Take that!
It was you, wasn't it, Miss De Niro? I hate to say this, but this suitcase that you designed hasn't sold very well, has it? You saw how poorly this design that you poured your heart into was selling, and were deeply hurt. That's why you wanted to make it look like it was selling. Buy it yourself. Isn't that right?
Then The reason you went to the shop and came back here was... I'm sorry. All I really have is my job. And I was overjoyed when my design was chosen. I thought that maybe I had finally accomplished something.
But the suitcases didn't sell.
That's because of the design, isn't it? All because it's, as you put it, hideous.
that was pretty harsh, wasn't it? I can't say they chose a great place in which to sell them either.
We weren't selling a single one. And they were just sitting there collecting dust. I felt so bad seeing them there, day in and day out. So I said, buy one for every flight I worked.
Oh my god.
What? Lady, you make minimum wage.
You buy one every single time you work a flight?
I see. So in order to keep your resolution, you went and bought one today as well. Yes, and here's my receipt for that purchase.
That's very sad. That's got a timestamp on it. That's very important. What's that? 5:40 a.m.? This receipt is quite clearly timestamped at 5:40 a.m. Suitcase receipt data jotted down in my organizer. At the in-flight shop and left it in the attendance room. Timestamp says 5:40 a.m. Okay.
The truth is, there's still a bunch of them left unsold. They're planning to scrap the remaining ones at the end of this flight.
Sanero, where are these other suitcases?
They shall be down in the cargo hold. It's gonna be
Oh.
fucking full. It's gonna be full of these stupid
It's just
suitcases.
fucking floor to ceiling. These ugly yellow suitcases.
Then the suitcase the killer used.
Could very well have come from the cargo hold.
Mr. Edgeworth, you don't think that the killer used one of my suitcases to...
Yes, bludgeoned to death with a suitcase.
Oh.
Yes, I do. The killer used one of your beloved suitcases to move the victim's body.
Ah! How could they? Look, suitcases were meant to be faithful partners to our passengers on their trips. That's all I ever wished for them to be.
Mr. Nero, is there any other way to get the cargo hold to the cargo hold other than the elevator?
The only other way is just through that door there.
And what about security?
The door has no special lock installed because just to enter this room, you need a special key card that only crew members have access to.
Which means that the culprit is someone who can enter this room, eliminating the passengers and leaving only crew members as potential suspects.
I can't believe it.
Yes, Francisca.
Going on these wild goose chases, you're a disgrace to the Von Karma name.
And what do you mean by that?
The suitcase came from the cargo hold. That fact alone tells the whole story.
Yes, which is why I said the culprit must be a crew member who used their keycard.
My, that's worse. You're proposing that the killer rode the elevator from the cargo hold, correct?
Yes, that's the only realistic possibility.
That other attendant, Miss Min. I asked her earlier, and she had this to say.
Francisca got information out of Miss Meal.
In order to make the elevator go down to the cargo hold, a different keycard is required.
A different one?
Yes, as the only person who holds that particular card is you, Miss Rhoda Teniro, and only you. Ah!
What? Is that true, Mr. Nero?
Yes, I keep that key card in my locker at all times.
Could you please show us that card right now?
Yes, hold on. I don't believe it.
What's wrong?
The key card, it's gone.
Oh my god.
Ha ha ha. Very clever. Stop pretending that your card was stolen when in fact you're just trying to hide it from us. You've really thought this through. But wait, it's not like that. You can tell us all about it, what it's like down at this station. Officer, arrest this woman.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Mr. Edgeworth.
Just totally abandoned her, hey?
What's wrong? There's disbelief written all over your face.
Francisca, I know that you're the lead investigator on this case. However,
Hold it! Don't even think about wasting any more of my time. You know the rules as well as I. What's the next line, Wes? You know the rules, and so do I. Okay. Evidence speaks louder than words. Even if this isn't a courtroom, that basic tenet still applies.
Hmm.
So I intend to investigate the cargo hold now. What will you do, Myers Edgeworth?
I intend to do likewise. To be continued.
Really? Got to be continued moment?
Oh my god. Save your progress, yep. Part 3. Holy shit. Since we're to be continuing, I'm gonna go flip my laundry quick.
Yeah.
Refill my water. You go ahead and shovel more food in your mouth.
And into the mic.
And into the mic, yes. Please do shovel food directly into the microphone. I'm sure that makes for
How
an
hungry?
excellent listening experience.
Actually, it's a very popular genre.
Just
The
food
ASMR.
noises over fucking
Food
screenshots
noises.
of video games.
Well, okay, that's screenshots of video games, I guess, but I don't know. Don't know why it's a popular thing. I never questioned it.
Eating ASMR, I don't get it.
I don't
It
get it.
sounds incredibly unpleasant.
Yep.
All right, back in a minute.
So, what does Turnabout Airlines really mean? Is it Miss Meal? Is it Cammy? Is she the true culprit? Is it the captain? Maybe it was the captain. Maybe the captain decided to go for a little stroll, and he found our victim hitting on Miss Cammy Meal, and it's a crime of passion. Just beat him to death. And then Miss Cammy Meal had to cover it up because she didn't want her lover captain to get arrested. So it's entirely possible. The bigger question, viewers, is which bunk bed do you have? Are you like the top bunk or you like the bottom bunk? I'd say I'm somewhere in between. Personally,
keeping my bed sheets all nice and folded and neat is a huge pain. But I also don't leave any other mess in my bedroom. It's pristine. Otherwise, maybe the small pile of laundry, but that's got a nice basket that it goes in, so it's not like it's all over the floor or anything. I don't eat or drink in my bed. That's just gross. Like crumbs in bed, who wants that? It's disgusting. So I mean, even though I don't like fold my sheets like a hotel, I would say that my bedroom is very clean. And although I sometimes get pretty restless when you have like you're tossing and turning and kicking the sheets all over the place and you get tangled up in them, I mean, it's like, what are you gonna do about that, right? There's nothing really you can do. Now, I have heard of some people like pinning the sheets to the bed, but then that just creates holes in the sheets, it tears the sheets, so the sheets don't really last that long. Not really an ideal solution, I would say. I do find that sometimes, like today, wake up and like one of the corners of the fitted sheet is like off. And I'm like, what? How does that happen? It's a fitted sheet. It like has an elastic on it. The elastic's in good condition. So it should stay fitted there. How come it's coming off the one corner? Again, probably because I'm rolling around on stuff. Just not a restful sleeper. Probably the ADHD brain makes you constantly trying to find a good spot. You just flip on the one side and then you flip on the other side, and then you try sleeping on your back, and then you try sleeping on your stomach, and you've done at least a 720 by the time you actually fall asleep. So I guess it makes sense. That's my experience anyway. How long does it take to flip laundry? 720. 720 no scope your laundry, Wes. Just grab an Inferno pistol and just spray it down. It'll be nice and warm. You know, it'd be crazy, absolutely insane if you created like napalm scented uh Tide Pods. It's like something stupid like that. I'm just imagining someone who's like, I love the smell of napalm on my clothing. Like, that's kind of insane. What other insane stuff did you do? It's like microwave your clothing. Yeah, microwaving does pretty handily evaporate the water. It's probably not that effective though, because it probably scorch the cloth instead of just like targeting and evaporating the molecules. I don't know though, because when you boil water before 100 degrees or so at room atmosphere or ground atmosphere or whatever, then it will just boil away. How hot does it have to be to scorch clothing and leave permanent marks on the cloth like cotton? Because if it takes like, I don't know, 200 degrees flame to leave scorch marks on the clothing, then that's probably fine, right? You could probably microwave your clothing and that wouldn't be a problem. I mean, you can microwave a towel if you want like a hot shave or something. Soak the towel in water, throw it in the microwave, and then you have a nice hot towel. They do that at the barbershops all the time. So microwaving cloth, cotton cloth, it's got water in it, is not really a problem, right? There was probably a product. I'm probably looking up microwave dryer clothes. Let's see what we got. Oh, okay, right. You don't want to melt the synthetics of your clothing. Plus, it doesn't really just heat up the water molecules; it does heat up all the molecules. So you could actually burn your clothing. Now, if it was somehow able to only target the water molecules, then probably fair. Microwave dryers. Japanese manufacturers developed high-efficient clothes dryers that use microwave radiation to dry clothes. Though a vast majority of Japanese air dry the laundry, most of the drying is done using microwaves to evaporate the water, but the final drying is done by convection heating to avoid problems of arcing with metal pieces in the laundry. There are a number of advantages: shorter drying times, up to 25% less; energy savings, up to 25% less; lower drying temperatures. Some analysts think that the arcing of fabric damage is a factor preventing microwave dryers from being developed in the U.S. market. I mean, how many people might leave coins or something in their pocket because they're stupid? But no, that just is a thing. Cool. With a conventional heater, dryer, you're blowing hot air through the clothing and you're making the clothes tumble so that the hot air goes through and the moisture will evaporate the hot air. Because you can't leave the air stale, because once the humidity in the air is 100%, then evaporation doesn't happen. So you have to be circulating the air so that you push the high humidity air out and bring in fresh air that's low humidity. But with a microwave, it's the same process, but not only are you making the air heat the clothing, but you can also directly heat the clothing. And that means that the evaporation is, I guess they said, about 25% faster. And so you push the air through, and hopefully 25% less time needed to dry the clothing.
Cargo hold, I sure hope it does.
Very, very interesting aside with chat. Did you know there are microwave dryers that dry clothing with microwaves?
Dry clothing with microwaves.
Yeah.
Would that not just burn your clothes?
That's what I was saying at first. But they figured out how to do it correctly, that in Japanese manufacturers have very efficient, basically hybrid dryers that use a combination of convection and microwaves. And they have about 25% shorter drying times and up to 25% energy savings.
Wow.
And the overall drying temperature is also lower because you're not relying just on the air temperature to evaporate the clothing.
But do you still need to put your clothes on a glass plate that spins around?
I don't think so.
Wow. So this is this is the cargo hold, huh?
There he goes.
It's so big.
Highly flammable. Tasty wine. This plane is a
They have the
special
word
model.
wine. Wow.
Wow. Tasty winery, yeah. Look at that. It has both a super large cargo hold and ultra luxurious first class seating.
So this is the real scene of the matter.
There's certainly a high probability of that, which is why we're here, correct?
Okay, let's get investigating, sir.
Begin investigation! Wrong button.
Oh, I just love pushing the buttons on elevators and crosswalk signals.
Gumshoe is a simple man.
Yeah, you should give it a try, sir. Go on, push it.
The elevator is currently stopped on the first floor, Detective. Can't move.
Oh yeah. I guess nothing would happen if you pushed it now.
Well, nothing would happen normally anyway without the special keycard. Both the door to the attendance room and the elevator control panels require a keycard, which makes it impossible for a passenger to come down here.
I would think that from the cargo hold you could call the elevator, but you can't go to the cargo hold without the key card.
I guess. Maybe if it's like a single system, they don't want to have like the double programming to have to worry about, or if like it is technically more secure if you're in the cargo hold, you can't get out of the cargo hold without going through very specifically the attendance lounge or the attendance room. All sorts of boxes are piled up here.
This one says flammable, and this one says pharmaceuticals.
Wow, good job, Detective. That's a very large word you just said.
This one says FL. This one says for exorcism use only.
Really? A wonderful impression of me you're doing.
Ah, shit.
This one says for
Right.
exorcism use only. So what kind of operation is this airline running?
That's coming up in a future murder mystery case.
For exorcism.
Hey, what's with the suitcase, pal?
Victim checked in, sir. Suitcase belongs to Mr. Hicks. I don't think he'd mind if we took a closer look.
There's nothing out of the ordinary here, sir.
Wait. File?
And there's a photo of Miss Von Karma in it, sir.
Looks like a profile on Francisca. Why did Mr. Hicks have documents of Francisca in his possession? Why would Mr. Hicks have a file on her? Why would Mr. Hicks have a file on Francisca?
Holy suitcases, Mr. Edgeworth. It's an all-you-can-use suitcase fair.
These must be all the leftover ones they couldn't sell. Ones the company is planning to dispose of after the flight is over.
Why would they leave them on the rollers? Wouldn't they put them sideways so they don't roll around during the flight? This paint job is really cool, don't you think? It practically screams artsy.
Oh, why not purchase one then? I'm sure it will bring you much happiness.
Think so? Maybe I will. Let's see. $1,200! I think I'll pass.
And Mr. Nero wonders why they don't sell. Need 2 jobs just to buy one. Or 4 in Gumshoe's case. Although it definitely looks like one is missing. What is this brittle substance I'm stepping on? Bunch of glass fragments. Keeping track of this many pieces of cargo must be very taxing on the cargo crew.
Sure brings back memories when I worked as a part-time mover, sir.
By the look in his eyes, he's waiting for me to ask about the rest of the story. But no matter how he pours on the puppy eyes, I have no intention of doing so.
Okay, Bor to USA bed sheets.
Genia,
What is
USA bed
he
sheets.
traveling? What is he transporting?
Bed sheets, clearly.
You said there was something really big. Bed sheets doesn't seem that big.
What about 50 sheets?
Well, there's the Zongfa Express stuff. We know that was the stopover.
Yes.
And then there's an unnamed, untagged sheet. I bet it's that. Whatever that is.
I didn't know this plane was capable of carrying such large pieces of cargo.
This thing's as tall as two of you on top of each other, sir.
Probably would take 20 of you to cover the entire surface of this monstrosity.
What? Really? I guess that sounds about right.
There's really no need to take that throwaway estimate seriously, Detective. You arrived at the scene of the crime before Detective Gumshoe, correct? And then you immediately began to direct the investigation. Seems to me that you're already here at this airport for something besides this murder.
Yes, I was.
Why were you at this airport?
So I've been following a very large and involved governmental level international crime. It is too much, but it's much too large for one person to take on alone. So it was decided that I should form a joint investigation with Interpol.
Oh. Interpol is involved.
It is a top secret operation, so I really can't tell you any more than I already have.
Mr. Hicks was Interpol?
Must be.
Mind
Story is about to
Palace.
reach its turnabout point.
Oh my god. What's on Francisco? Interpol. Connect. Why would Mr. Hicks have documents profiling Francisca?
Oh, I know. I bet he's a big fan of Miss Von Karma, sir.
Francisca said she had come to this airport as part of an Interpol investigation.
Oh, maybe Mr. Hicks had learned she was coming here, and he followed her.
Detective, I think it's more likely that Mr. Hicks was, in actuality, Interpol agent Hicks. I think Francisca has some explaining to do. Glass shards. Next. I think we can safely conclude that these fragments are from a pair of glasses.
The victim was wearing a pair of broken glasses.
Exactly what I was thinking. I'm sure that the shards would match up perfectly with the remnants of his glasses lenses. Ergo, the victim was here, just as I suspected.
So you're saying that the real scene of the crime was here, sir?
Isn't that what I've been saying for a while now?
Oh, is it? No, I didn't know that.
I kinda just tune you out sometimes, sir. Perhaps it's a bit early to draw that conclusion. However, I believe that the probability has just skyrocketed considerably. All that's left is to find the murder weapon.
Yeah, I didn't hear a single word you just said.
I'm still waiting for you to ask about the story about me being the mover, sir. Truth behind Hicks. You came to this airport to rendezvous with the victim, didn't you?
Nonsense. What are you talking about?
You found a profile detailing information about you in the victim's luggage. I suppose it was prepared for him so that he could recognize you when he landed. Which makes him not Mr. Hicks, but rather Interpol Agent Hicks. Isn't that correct?
I should have known you'd figure it out, Miles.
A to F. Damn. I'm very sad that she wasn't here for us.
Get wrecked, scrub.
Fuck.
You think she's got a love interest? Nah.
Ah, fuck. Kimmy chick needs bra.
Oh, how else is she gonna flirt with the captain?
Oh yeah.
But it looks like they got to him first. These international criminals.
So you really did come here to receive an Interpol agent then?
Yes. Agent Hicks was on the trail of a very large international smuggling ring.
Oh.
Oh, it's Isla Blanc in Virginia. He
went undercover to investigate. Excuse me. He went undercover to investigate this crime, or it could be the wine guy. I still think he's involved. With his tasty winery that's flammable.
Oh.
I was the one who put him on the case. I was supposed to receive a call from him on his cell phone once he landed. I never expected to receive a call about his murder instead.
I think we now have a pretty definitive evidence that Agent Hicks came down here to the cargo hold.
But what was he doing down here, sir? There's nothing but luggage. Oh, I get it. Maybe he forgot something in his suitcase and came down to get it. Ow!
Agent Hicks came here for work-related reasons. Of that, I am sure.
Yes, I'm sure he was here to investigate the smuggling operation he was observing. Francisca, do you know exactly how he intended to pursue his investigation?
No, unfortunately, I was going to find out from him after he landed.
I see. This raises another question. A normal passenger can't access the cargo hold on their own. Agent Hicks must have identified himself to a member of the crew and entered the cargo hold with that person who let him in. Yes, and then he was murdered here. These glass fragments and his broken glasses are a testament to that. And then...
The killer put Agent Hicks into one of the spare suitcases and...
they entered the elevator. But while they were riding it up, the plane hit that patch of turbulence. Because of the intense shaking, the suitcase popped open and Agent Hicks's body flew out. At the same time, his wallet fell out of his pocket, spilling its contents everywhere. Which explains why there was money scattered all over the elevator floor.
I think it's pretty easy to say who the culprit is at this stage.
What? Really, sir?
Hmm.
I know what you're thinking, Miles Ezras. But the killer can be none other than Miss Rhoda De Niro.
Definitive evidence.
If it was a crew member, any one of them could have shown Agent Hicks to the cargo hold. But the point to keep in mind is that the keycard allows the elevator to come down here. The only person with such high-level access is Miss Rhoda De Niro. I'd say that's a pretty decisive piece of information, wouldn't you?
I was just trying to say, but I'm not certain it's as simple as that. Rebuttal. Remember, any one of them could have shown Agent Hicks down to the cargo hold. Point to keep in mind is a key card that allows the elevator to come down here. The only person with such high-level access is Miss Rhoda De Niro. That's a pretty decisive piece of information, too.
Hold it!
Okay, let's take a look. It's highly likely that the key card was stolen from Miss De Niro.
Objection!
It's highly likely. Is that possibility the best you can come up with? And you call yourself a disciple of my father. Cha!
Ugh. Yes, well, I don't have any evidence.
Be quiet. You are a disgrace. There's more evidence pointed to Miss Rhoda De Niro, you know. It's not just the keycard that gives her away.
Are you talking about the murder weapon? The Captain Hugo piggy bank?
Yes, she is also the only person with a key to open that display case.
Hmm.
Well, there. Yeah.
Objection!
That is a fake.
Stuff like that, myself. You don't have any proof that this is just a red herring. It's orange, in fact, not red. But you must keep on insisting that it's a fake. Then what is the real murder weapon, and where did it go?
Ugh.
He was smothered between a big pair of balloons. Speechless, I see. That's not a surprise. After all, you know, we've searched the entire cargo hold, and it came up empty-handed.
Must be a way. Must be something that can help me rule out the piggy bank as the murder weapon. It should be examined further to help us ascertain the authenticity of the weapon. That's the way I die. Just let her go. The piggy bank itself?
The body?
I guess.
Because, like, you would know if the blunt force trauma was post-mortem. That's something that's very easy to determine.
Yeah. Francisca, I think you were too quick to jump to your conclusion.
Oh, was I?
Yes. We don't even have the autopsy results yet. How can I not say that you made a snap judgment when you have yet to even see if the wound on Agent Hicks's head is consistent with the murder weapon?
Scruffy!
Yes, sir.
Contact the medical examiner's office at once. I wish to hear the results of Agent Hicks's autopsy.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
there he goes.
Don't know why I had to leave the plane. I have a cell phone on me, I think. We've got a big problem, Mr. Edgeworth, sir.
What is it, detective?
They're still doing the autopsy, but they said they already know one thing for sure. Report, now. The doc says it's one giant bruise from a beating from his shoulder down to his mid-back.
One giant bruise beating from his shoulder down to his mid-back. The victim's shoulder to his mid-back. He was beaten over such a wide area.
Well, I'd say it's a sign the killer had a grudge against Agent Hicks. It wasn't just his head. The killer went all out and hit him multiple times, sir.
Instantaneous death resulting from blow to back of head. Bruising head, middle, mid-back. So he fell.
Or something fell on him, which I
Something
think is
fell
the
on
more
him.
likely. Scuffy, what is had a grudge against Agent Hicks supposed to mean? Well, that's,
Was the wound in the victim's head consistent with the murder weapon, detective?
Oh, well, they said they're still looking into that, sir. You're completely useless. What's up? Ow!
I told you already, you can't go down there.
No, you remove yourself from my way.
It's not even his fault. Yeah.
I'm
Gumshoe gets whipped. It's not even his fault this time. What is all that racket?
My luggage, my cargo. They're mine, and the demands you return them to me.
Well, LeBlanc is absolutely a smuggler, right?
Oh yeah.
Still investigating the cargo hold. Please understand and have a little patience.
I suppose there's no choice.
Finally, I think he gave... Hey, what are you doing?
There's been no choice but your strong force. Ah!
You won't get past me.
Oh,
Oh. This is... Wait. That's it. So that's what this whole thing has been about.
Further, it's a matter of the key to the display case that held the murderous bank.
Is there some way for me to prove this isn't the real murder weapon?
He's gonna die?
Oh
Is
god!
he gonna die right here, right now,
Is he
from this
gonna
fall?
die right in front of us? Yeah, you're like good strong. Just kidding.
After all, she was,
But we could not be
did not
found.
have searched the entire cargo hold and came up empty-handed.
The weapon was the cargo hold itself.
The doc says one giant bruise from beating from his shoulder down to his mid-back.
Cause of death.
Cause of death?
Weapon can be found. Nope.
Nope.
Seems like a shining example of perfect line of logic.
Cause of death smuggling? What does smuggling say?
On the tale of international smuggling ring.
Captain Ugo and cause of death?
Allegedly, the killer struck the victim many times over, which is why there's extensive bruising over such a wide area. Is that really the correct conclusion to draw from the evidence? The bruise from his shoulder to the middle of his back is one continuous mark, which is more suggestive of a single blow to the back. If that's the case, then the piggy bank is much too small to have caused that. Therefore, the murder weapon must be something far bigger. The weapon couldn't be found. If we're looking for a rather large weapon, you'd think it would stick out. But so far, we haven't found anything that resembles a weapon of any sort. Perhaps, it's something we've all overlooked from the very beginning. Because normally it's too impossibly big to be taken into consideration.
What was that all about? Was he trying to jump his way down here?
Francisca,
What? What do you want? I get nervous when you call my name.
I found it, Francisca. Now's not the time for this. I found it, Francisca. I found the real murder weapon.
You did? Huh, you really jumped.
Gumshoe's still reeling from the fact that his lunatic leaped from a fucking two-story fucking staircase. We didn't realize it until now, but the answer's been right in front of us this whole time.
You might be hurt. We should go check up on him, sirs.
Gumshoe.
Standing down here talking about something else.
That smuggler's well-being is of no concern to us. I have an epiphany.
There's that pompous attitude of yours again. You should learn to drop that habit.
It's coming from a prosecutor with a habit of whipping everyone she comes across.
Anyway, if you're really a prosecutor, you'll back yourself up with evidence. You aren't listening at all, are you? Come on, Zen. Show me this real murder weapon that you speak of.
I don't have evidence to show. I don't have any evidence to show you.
Foolish reasoning for a foolish fool foolish fool meant to fool me. What do you mean by I don't have any evidence to show?
Francisca's great. She's so goofy. Perhaps I should have phrased it as that which caused Agent Hicks's death is incorporeal. It was a ghost. A ghost killed this man by smashing him in the back with his enormous ghost hands.
He's saying the turbulence because this room is so tall that he would have could have flown up from the floor to the ceiling and back down, and like that fall alone would have killed him.
But no, or maybe when the turbulence started, he just tumbled over the railing and it fucking ate him.
Yeah, fair.
I think that's the right word, Edgeworth. Forgive me, but I do believe I have figured out what was the real cause of death. Strangulation. Freefall.
By two mountainous pair of...
The victim fell from a great height and subsequently died as a result. In other words, the real cause of death is free falling to the ground.
Bad to his death.
Yes, this is the only plausible possibility. The victim had extensive bruising on the back of his head and back, and the only rational explanation for these injuries is that he fell to his death.
But the murder happened inside this plane.
Yes, and where do planes go, Francisca? That's right, in the air.
I was thrown into the air and knocked completely unconscious. This man died. I could have died, Francisca.
I'm never getting on a plane again. I know.
Are you claiming that there's some place in this plane which he could have fallen from?
Francisca, look up at where that dumb fuck smuggler just fell. As I said earlier, the answer has been right in front of us the entire time.
You can't mean...
Yes, I do. The victim fell from the top of the stairs of this very cargo hold.
What? Then... We're in trouble. May have a second death on our hands, sirs. This guy that just fell from the top of the stairs. Hey, you! Tell me you're dead, pal. Quiet! Why are you screaming? He's alive! And there you have it, Miles' dress. It's not possible this Agent X fell over the railing to his death. That man is living proof of that.
I suppose it's true that it's not possible, given the current circumstances.
The current circumstances? What is that supposed to mean?
Suppose that large piece of cargo wasn't there at the time. What would have happened then?
It would have been a Borginian pancake for sure, sir.
Union pancakes are actually rather tall, Detective.
I suppose that man over there wouldn't still be breathing.
Like Japanese pancakes, only even taller than that.
What about a crepe?
Closer to a crepe, I suppose.
But the reality is that that cargo box is there. So there's no point in entertaining of wild hypothetical scenarios. There's no point in entertaining your wild hypothetical scenarios.
There may be now, but there's no proof that it was always there.
Ha! As if there could have been a window in time when that giant box was not there.
Ah, but there was.
What?
It goes to show that it's possible the box was not always where it is now.
The travel time?
A refueling in Zhengfa. Made a brief stop from 4 a.m. to 5 a.m. to transfer cargo.
Take that!
You refueled in the Republic of Zhengfa?
Yes, this flight had a very short layover in Zhengfa in order to refuel. But that wasn't the only reason for the layover. We also transferred some cargo. What if the box in question was only transferred onto the plane at the time? To further prove my point, let's take a look at what's next to the box in question.
It's labeled Zhengfa Express.
Correct, meaning it was loaded onto the plane in Zhengfa. Now, what if the box in question was also loaded on at the time?
That would mean that the box is not there in the cargo hold during the Europe Zhengfa leg of the journey.
Making a clear drop from which Agent Hicks could have fallen to his death entirely possible.
But your theory is still very far-fetched.
Then allow me a chance to prove how very likely my scenario is. My first order of business will be to examine that piece of cargo in more detail. Begin investigation. Pardon me? Excuse me.
So he was sitting in the suitcase as a corpse for at least 2 or 3 hours.
It would seem like it, yeah.
Because the last time he was seen was not at 5 a.m., but at 3 a.m.
Yeah. That's the wrong button. This is a rather large piece of cargo.
There's a tag on it, sir. Let's see. Leaf Red Statue. Never heard of it.
Nor I. But all I care about is if we can prove it wasn't here at the time of the crime.
Then let's get investigating, sir.
Sokya, do not go touching my possessions without my permission.
Don't rush up on me like that, pal. If I had a gun, I might shoot you. I don't
That's a
have a gun.
good thing you don't have a gun, detective.
It's taken away from me.
But this belongs to Mr. LeBlanc, doesn't it? Does it? I should see what else I can find out from him. Blanc's cargo. I take it this large piece of cargo belongs to you, Mr. LeBlanc.
Of course it is mine. I shipped this fine piece of art from Europe. This Alfred statue is worth 10 million cents. No, maybe much, much more.
10 million cents? 100K? Mr. LeBlanc's reason for choosing this plane must have been the large cargo hold.
10 million cents.
I suggest you stop trying to calculate how many packets of noodles that makes, detective.
Darn, how did you do that? I feel like you keep getting better and better at seeing right through me every year.
Oh, you're just becoming more predictable. Though I grow with each revolution of the planet around the sun, I have the distinct impression he continues to madly spin in place.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, so that 10 million cents, is that in euros or in dollars?
Does it really make a difference to our case? Mr. LeBlanc, there's a chance that your cargo is related to our murder case. I was wondering if you would allow us to examine it a bit closer.
It is a very valuable piece of art, so no, there will be no touching.
What do you think about this?
What I think about this? Smuggling. Valuable piece of art. Connect. If Mr. LeBlanc has something to do with the smuggling ring, and it's possible this fake statue was brought on board in Zhengfa. I think I need to question him a bit further. What about your statue, Mr. LeBlanc? I wonder if it might be a fake.
What? How dare you say my art is fake?
I suspect that your statue might be the target of an international smuggling ring.
Don't say such fantastical things. Those thieves would not dare. I have this certification of my cargo right here. Do you mean the cargo certification document? Mr. Zinc LeBlanc, why didn't you say so earlier? Please show us at once. I can't read this. What does it say? It says, as plain as day, the cargo was put onto the plane in Europe. And there you have it, my address. Too bad for you. The statue was brought on board in Europe, just as it states in this certificate.
No, that's...
Which means there was never a window of time in which the statue wasn't sitting there.
So, no, what if they took it out? When we got to Zhengfa and replaced it? I respectfully disagree. You can't discount the theory until I see the statue for myself.
Then you can have your fish. Look at it yourself and see that I am right.
This... I know I've seen this somewhere before.
This is the Aleph Red? Gives us such a feeling of art. I can practically smell it. This statue has a high amount of historic value. After it was unveiled at a museum in Europe, I brought it to this country to exhibit it.
Piece of art being shipped by Mr. LeBlanc, who claims it is worth 10 million cents. Closer look is warranted here. Okay, so what did... Photo of Mr. Hicks. Found the pocket souvenir, perhaps. He's got red eyes.
Oh, it's got red
Oh.
eyes. It's a fake.
The fake. So this is the famous Aleph Red statue, hmm?
What is it, Mr. Wedgeworth? Did you find something?
There's something wrong with this picture. We examine it in more detail. Are these eyes made of some sort of gem?
It's a real nice shade of orange. For a sec, I couldn't tell if they were jewels. Oh, but they kind of remind me of the eyes of this stray cat that lives near my house. It always steals my noodles.
Are the eyes supposed to be this color? Is it possible the statue is a fake?
I guess I should stop using that cheap fish flavoring.
How these spots somehow connected to any of the evidence we have? Present the photos to it. These eyes are awfully orange, don't you think?
Yeah, and pretty. Remind me of sunsets when I was in grade school, sir.
I don't think you see what I'm talking about.
Oh, I do, but it's really like the color of the sun when it's setting, sir. Ah, the memories. I remember standing out in the field, spinning with my arms out till I felt ill.
I don't care about sunsets. Focus, detective. What color are the eyes in this photo?
Is he implying that he's one of those kids that just like holds his eyes out, spins like a helicopter, and that's his form of entertainment?
Listen.
Is that some kind of like archetype of child?
What color are the eyes in this photo?
Huh? Ah, sir, they're red.
As I thought, this statue is a fake. Mr. LeBlanc,
What do you want? Do you not know I'm a busy man? I allow you 2 seconds for your answer.
the Aleph Red. I suppose this is your pride and joy, is it not?
This is the biggest trophy on this European trip. Do you know why I wanted to possess this statue? The trigger started 17 years ago. Better grab a chair, sir. Sounds like this is gonna be a long story.
Mr. LeBlanc, I regret to inform you that you have my heartfelt sympathy, but
What is it? Sympathy? For what?
you'll see. I'd like you to compare the eyes.
Large fellow there has very bright and pretty eyes compared to you.
I wasn't talking about the two of us. I meant the eyes of the statue in front of us and the one in this photo.
Why the sudden yelling? No! It is a photo of the statue on display at the museum in Europe. Wow!
Now, do you see, Mr. LeBlanc? The statue before us is a fake.
No fake!
I believe that even further examination will be required. Now that we have confirmed that it is indeed a fake. There must be some sort of proof that this was brought on board in Zhangfa. And I will present you evidence that will resolve the remaining contradiction.
Ah. I see it.
What's this?
Statue looks like it's stepping all over its neighbor's cloth cover. Kind of resembles its owner's attitude in a sense, so... So, what did you say now? Fuzza, my clothing hem is not being stepped on by anyone. It's too expensive for me to allow that to happen.
Please forgive the trespasses of my subordinate.
I would have agreed if the dress passes. Unless it's an expensive dress, you keep it.
Dumb. Deduce. Cargo from Zangfa.
Eureka!
We have a contradiction here. Nope. Oh,
Clearly, there's a simple case of cargo cover getting stuck with another piece of cargo. Ah, that's not possible.
it started like the yes, you're an idiot line, but no, this is the correct line.
Gotcha.
But it is. It shouldn't be this way, but the statue is on top of the cloth. Supposing that the neighboring piece of cargo was brought on board in Zangfa, there is no way that any part of it should wind up under something from Yurit. Which means that this fake statue was smuggled on board in Zangfa.
But then, what about the cargo certificate?
Let me ask you in return, what about Agent Hicks? Why did he come down here in the middle of the flight? There is only one reason why, to secure proof of smuggling activity on board this flight.
So you say, they don't believe he had to do that mid-flight. Could just as easily inspect dissolves the cargo after the plane landed.
That may be true, however, you have it backwards, Francisca. Sure, Agent Hicks could have waited until after the plane had landed, but he had a reason for coming down to the cargo hold. Suppose he had found the fake at the airport. It would have been after the swap had occurred. At that time, the suspicion would naturally fall onto the statue's owner, who would have no way to prove that the statue was switched without his knowledge. Which means there's someone involved who is forging or modifying cargo certificates.
It is the captain.
Oh, the statue was loaded on board in Europe. The statue is fake. Investigation complete.
I guess the victim knew the real version of this was gonna get nabbed, huh?
Yes, well, the photo could be seen as nothing more than a simple souvenir. It was in fact taken to be used as a reference document later on. Oh, and his phone's got a camera on it. So he must have taken a picture of the smuggling occurring and got killed for it. So whoever let him down into the cargo hold pushed him off,
Right.
and then stole his phone,
That's-
stuffed him in a suitcase.
Exactly.
Oh.
Because he went down, and either he saw that there wasn't anything there. Oh, I thought actually that there just was no statue on board when they left Europe. And so when he came down here, before they landed in Zangfa, he'd be like, where is the statue that you claim was loaded when you left Europe? There is nothing here.
Right. Maybe, but I think it's equally possible that LeBlanc is just a stooge. That he bought the statue and then someone in Zangfa switched it out on him.
It's possible.
Or he could be involved in the smuggling, who knows.
Oh.
Next, Agent Hicks had to secure proof that the smuggling had taken place. He came down here to take a picture of the cargo hold. A rather empty one at that, right before the fake statue could be loaded on board.
A photo of the hold missing a valuable piece of cargo would have been proof enough. After that, all you had to do was hold the Zangfa cargo crew and arrest the smuggler.
Exactly. This only goes to prove my theory. The statue was not in the cargo hold during the Europe-Zangfa leg of the trip. There would have been enough height from which Agent Hicks could have fallen to his death.
Officer! Move the statue immediately. I want a thorough investigation of the floor underneath now.
Svarkarba, I'm ready to report my findings.
Go on.
After moving the Olivred statue out of the way, which we're not going to show because that would involve redrawing the whole scene, We testified the area under it with luminol, and there was a reaction.
Well, there you go.
Oh, there we go. We didn't retell the whole scene. All right.
I see. There was a reaction with luminol, an indication that there was blood on that spot. Oh, can we stop looking at it now, sirs?
Really? Luminol's turning your stomach, Gumshoe? It's not even any blood. It's just glow. It seemed that my deductions were correct after all.
I suppose it would appear that way.
The culprit cleaned the blood up as well.
How do you think the killer did that?
Oh, the killer clean up all the blood? With this. Nope.
The remaining piece of all the blood.
All the blood.
All the blood went.
The killer used the bloody cloth I found inside the suitcase to clean up the mess.
I see. They had a need to clean up all the blood before the plane landed in Zhengfa.
Yes, because otherwise the cargo crew would have discovered it during the layover.
So, you guys are saying that the murder happened before the plane landed in Zhengfa?
There's no other conceivable timeline for the events of the murder. If that is true, then that throws a certain person's testimony into doubt. If the murder occurred before we landed in Zhengfa, then this person becomes highly suspicious. LeBlanc?
Testimony?
Mm.
Press, what are your things? What are the testimonies we have?
Neil's testimony. Jack B. Hicks was there in his seat when we took off again at 5 a.m.
Oh.
So, yeah, so Meal's
Cammy Meal.
Cammy Meal. Miss Meal's testimony. Recall Miss Meal's testimony about Agent Hicks in regard to when we departed Zhengfa.
I saw Mr. Hicks sitting in his seat at 5 a.m., you know?
He claims Agent Hicks was alive at the time of the service calls, but
That totally contradicts the facts, sir. But why would she lie about something like that?
because she is the murderer. I think the only person who can answer that is Miss Meal herself. To be continued.
Another to be continued.
Oh my god, I forgot how long these Ace Attorney cases are. So long. Think we'll be able to wrap up the whole chapter in an hour?
I think so. What else could happen?
I don't know. A bigger twist. Maybe Meal winds up dead and it was the captain the whole time.
Turnabout Airlines. More like turning my head inside out airlines.
Oh my god. Alright.
More like dropping from 2 stories high onto your back and breaking your spine airlines. Am I right?
Yes, I suppose you are. Shall we continue? See it through to the end?
I can't be that much longer, right?
I mean, you'd say that, but... March 12th, 3:35 p.m. Miss Meal. Miss Meal,
Huh?
do you recall what you said earlier? But when you answered some service calls as we were departing from Zhengfa.
Huh?
You said that Mr. Hicks was sitting in his seat at that time. However, that is simply not possible. Because Mr. Hicks was dead long before we ever touched down in Zhengfa.
Oh?
Miss Cammy Meal,
I didn't see what I thought I did.
no one could make a mistake so large, Miss Meal.
But I make that kind of boo-boo all the time.
Ugh.
This is going nowhere. There must be a better way to resolve this contradiction.
Very well, Miss Meal, if you please. Tell me about your alibi during the time span. From just before we landed, we were to land at 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. The body was discovered.
Are you telling me that I'm a suspect, Mr. Edgeworth? I already died inside, like, when the captain met me. Yeah, of course. From 3 to 4, I was, in the flight attendant's room all by my lonesome self. Yeah. And from 5 to 6, I was, in the flight attendant's room all by my lonesome self.
How is a man supposed to react to a testimony like that? Miss Meal, wake up!
Ah.
Fell asleep again. Looks like the only way I'm going to be able to wake her up is by pressing her.
This actually.
Yep.
These are actually points.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
That seems about right for a sturdy game. 3 to 4, 5 to 6, in flight attendant's lounge all alone myself. Press.
Doing from 4 to 5. Doing the thing.
So the entire so you were alone the entire time, were you?
Yeah, no one else even popped their heads in to say hi.
Oh? Well, I think a contradiction just popped in to say hi. What should I do? Should I raise an objection? Yes. Miss Meal, there's a clear contradiction embedded in your testimony.
What are you talking about?
Not possible that you were alone in the attendance room the whole time from 5 to 6 a.m.
Take that!
I wonder if you would be so kind as to take a look at this receipt, Miss Meal.
A receipt for what?
It's for the suitcase Miss Tenero bought. Now, if I may direct your attention to the timestamp. As you can see, it clearly says 5:40 a.m., Miss Tenero.
Yes. Why is the killer here? I thought you'd have locked her up by now.
I requested that she be present as a witness, so that we may straighten out your complex lie. Now then, Miss Tenero, between the hours of 5 and 6... Miss Tenero, please wake up. You took a trip from first class down to the first floor in-flight shop, correct?
I'm not sleepy. Yes, well, I went to the shop to buy a suitcase. After which, I went straight to the attendance room to drop it off.
And did you see Miss Meal there at the time?
No.
Then Miss Meal, where were you between the hours of 5 and 6 a.m.? Miss Cammy Meal.
The bathroom?
I'll be the one asking the questions here.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Probably just missed her. Nature calls, you know.
You take me for a fool. That's a little too convenient to be true.
But it's the truth. Cross my heart.
I don't have enough conclusive proof to counter-argue her at this stage.
Don't believe me, do you? Please, won't you give me a chance and hear me out?
Oh ho ho! Testimony 2. Reason for suspicion.
Look, I know you're suspecting me because I'm one of the crew. You think maybe you should have also suspected Miss Rhoda too. She's the one in charge of the elevator keycard and the shop, you know. You ask me, it makes her super suspicious.
Please leave Miss Tenero out of the conversation. Only you are under suspicion for now.
I don't get it. Why are you covering for Miss Rhoda all of a sudden? Oh, now I get it. Maybe you've got your eye on Miss Rhoda.
Of course I'm keeping an eye on her. I can't very well let her escape, can I?
Never mind. Do you want to know something? Miss Rhoda actually kind of likes. I have absolutely no interest in people who can't appreciate my sense of design.
Alright, well, Saved ourselves there. Now's not the time for this sort of talk. Reading full suspicion. Rebuttal. Part of the crew. I'll suspect Miss Rhoda. Charge you the elevator key car in the shop.
Hold it!
And what are you in charge of, Miss Meal?
I take care of the attendance room.
That doesn't count.
Oh, but I spent so much time in there. Might as well be my responsibility. Mr. Edgeworth, Cammy is very talented in languages. So she assists passengers who may not speak English. Especially those who speak Borginian. She's the only one on this flight who's fluent. Oh, you mean that kind of what I am in charge of?
What other what?
Didn't you say so in the first place?
What else could I have meant?
Yeah, so I'm really good at Borginian.
Fluent in Borginian. I suppose you're in charge of processing documents for in Borginia?
Yeah, I take care of anything that has to do with Borginian.
Very interesting.
Hold it!
What exactly do you do as the one in charge of some Borginian stuff?
I do stuff like translate things from and into Borginian. Cammy is the only member of the crew who understands Borginian, Mr. Edgeworth.
Miss
Is she on
Meal-
your side now?
Why? Because this is the good guy side. Ms. Meal, I take it that it is your job to process all the Borginian paperwork.
See, I totally pull my weight around here.
So it would appear. Maybe I should ask for more details. Meal, it's very unladylike to push suspicion onto someone else.
That's not what I'm doing at all. I'm just saying that Miss Rhoda is very
When
sus.
did this game come out? You go pushing everything onto her again.
I don't get what you're saying. Must be a really abstract concept, huh?
I think an abstract here is the landscape inside your head.
Oh, I thought he was gonna say something of a different kind of landscape.
Nope. Present. The red certificate says document Borginian. Says that she was loaded on board in Europe. That she was a fake.
Objection!
You're the only one in this flight crew that speaks Borginian. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah, I guess so. I studied abroad in Borginia for a while.
If that is the case, then the signature on this document belongs to you, doesn't it?
Huh?
This is a falsified piece of documentation with only one purpose. To lead anyone who read it to believe that Mr. LeBlanc's statue was loaded in Europe. The only person who could have either prepared or processed this document in Borginian is you, Miss Meal. Without your participation, smuggling of the Elif Red could not have occurred. Don't sleep while I'm pointing my finger at you.
I wouldn't dream of falling asleep on you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Ho ho ho!
Pop, pop, pop.
That's in serious mode. She's blowing bubbles. She's not like smoking.
Pop, pop, pop. It is exactly as you say.
Are you confessing to having participated in the smuggling?
No, far from it. It's true that I was the one who signed off on that document. You can't use that fact alone to make your allegation of smuggling stick. There's no direct correlation after all. All you have is my signature on a piece of paper.
really? All you did was sign it?
I neglected to check if the cargo had been loaded onto the plane properly. So sorry about that.
Seems she's finally woken up. This is going to be one tough fight.
Suppose, and this is just a supposition, even if I was involved in the smuggling, you can't throw the charge of murder on me just like that.
Objection!
If you were involved in the smuggling, you would have a strong motive to kill. Agent Hicks was in the middle of an investigation regarding a smuggling ring. And just when he was about to close in, he is killed by a member of that ring. Well, did you ever stop to think that maybe Rhoda's in the smuggling ring, remember? Rhoda is. After all, unlike me, Rhoda had access to many things on this plane for work purposes.
But perhaps there's some element of a setup at play in this case.
What are you talking about?
Don't worry, I wasn't talking about you. I meant the killer. First, it was myself, and now it's Miss Tenira who is under the microscope. Seems to me that our killer is going to great lengths to pin this crime on anyone they can.
It is the captain. We have no proof that Rhoda is being set up, or that she isn't.
Actually, I believe she was indeed an intended target from the very beginning. I believe the plan was to push all the blame for the crime onto her. And this evidence will prove my suspicions. This proves that the killer was out to frame Miss Tenira from the very beginning.
The piggy bank?
I assume the piggy bank, right?
Or the suitcase?
Would it be the suitcase?
I mean, if they know that she buys one every time.
Yeah, okay. I guess that makes
I
sense.
don't know. I honestly, I feel like it could be either. I think it may be more likely that it's from the shop.
Take that!
The killer could have hidden the body anywhere, and yet they chose the suitcase. Why is that? Perhaps it was to move the body up from the lower deck to the first floor. However, why go through the trouble to do so? The only way all of these actions make sense is if the killer had wanted to frame Miss Tenira for the murder. Miss Tenira buys a suitcase on every flight she works without fail. But should her suitcase be switched with one containing the victim's body, that would put her in a very tight spot. Unfortunately for the killer, the turbulence had put an end to that plan.
She's gonna rip the head off her stuffy.
Oh no! There wasn't enough time to put the body back into the suitcase. Ergo, they made do with whoever was at hand, adapted their plan, and tried to frame me as I lay unconscious on the floor from the turbulence. The killer went to hide the suitcase in the in-flight shop and brought the piggy bank back to the elevator in order to fabricate a false weapon. A lot of work for a fruitless endeavor, wouldn't you agree?
Sounds like the killer had a tough time too, huh? I mean, why would the killer need to frame someone that badly anyway?
That is because of the special circumstances surrounding this particular case. Where the murder took place, when the murder took place, who the victim was.
Wasn't it all three?
I guess it was all three, right?
Probably.
Which one is the right one?
I mean,
this stuff.
when is not really a special circumstance. Where is kind of a special circumstance, and who is also a special circumstance.
Yeah.
like where is in the cargo hold, which means that it would automatically fall to a certain set of suspects, much more limited.
So where? Where?
I think where.
Special circumstance is simply that the murder took place on a plane mid-flight. No matter which country, customs are quite strict in this day and age. But no matter what you do, the chances that the body will be found is very high. Therefore, there was no choice but to frame either Mr. Nero or myself. In other words, the only one who fits within the boundaries of the criminal's movements is not Mr. Nero or myself, but you, Miss Cammy Neal. Only you and you alone could be the killer.
And
Hmm?
you done already? I was about to fall asleep again. Anyway, let's be honest here. Don't have anything on me other than a whole lot of circumstantial evidence.
Ugh. I can see the outline of how the murder occurred, but I have no definitive evidence. And it isn't a piece of evidence either. Isn't there a piece of evidence that's still unaccounted for? Something that I still can't quite fit into the big picture. Cell phone.
Take that!
I don't have any actual evidence.
I thought not.
But that's because it went missing, and still is. Like it's finally light in her eyes now? Yeah.
Missing? What do you mean by that?
In the complex puzzle that is this case, there is one piece of evidence I keep getting stuck on. And that is the victim's cell phone. Francisca, you were waiting at the airport for a phone call from Agent Hicks's cell phone. Or at least that's what you told me.
That's right.
But Agent Hicks's cell phone could not be found at the crime scene.
Do you mean the killer took the phone with him?
Precisely. I suspect that if we were to find that phone, it would lead us to the killer.
Come on! Get serious. The victim fell to his death from that height. Wouldn't his phone break as well?
We won't know that until we try a little experiment, will we? Francisca, I'd like to ask for your assistance. You know the victim's phone number, do you not?
Of course I do. Bloop. Agent Hicks' phone! It's ringing from somewhere, sir.
I hear it, Detective. Where is it coming from? There's no directional audio.
I mean, okay, well.
Sounds like the phone is up in the flight attendant's room.
Better hurry to the flight attendant's room, sir. But, you know, let's finish interacting with everything in this room first.
Hello, Francisca. How are you doing?
It sounds like it's coming from the flight attendant's room.
I agree. Please don't hang up just yet. Let me find it first.
That's fine, but let's get one thing straight.
Yes?
Don't you dare answer his phone when you find it. Understand?
I understand you don't want to pay for the call. Damn, I would have bet it was a Cammy's shirt. Kind of. That's what I was expecting, yeah. Don't worry, Mr. Nero. I will get to the bottom of this and find the truth. So please wait here until I return.
Alright, thank you for all you're doing, Mr. Edgeworth. It's gonna be in her locker, I think. Which frames her more, right?
Miss Meal, wake up.
Sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. I was sleepy all of a sudden because it sounds like a lullaby, still I was a child.
Ugh. Find that cell phone fast.
I don't know about you, but if I have the same alarm playing for like several weeks in a row, I eventually just stop hearing it. and
Oh,
I just
yeah,
sleep right
it's
through it.
awful. Terrible. March 12th, 4:12 p.m. 420.
It's
yet.
coming from somewhere
8
in here,
minutes.
sir.
Leave no stone unturned, Detective Gumshoe. We must find it. Be over here.
Let's look somewhere else, sir.
What might be inside the suitcase?
Oh, it's here. Any sounds coming from inside, sir?
Suppose the culprit would have been so dumb as to try the same trick twice.
Green's coming from in here, sir.
What? No, it can't be.
It's gotta be the victim's cell phone. So whose locker is this, sir?
Miss Tenero's.
What?
March 12th, 4:28 p.m.
So, Mr. Edgeworth, how did it go? Where'd you find the phone?
I found it in the flight attendant's room in Miss Tenero's locker.
What? What? Rhoda Tenero! I don't know anything about the phone. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Miss Von Karma, is it? I suggest you arrest Miss Rhoda Tenero right away.
Wait, I have a theory. This is related to the incident with the keycard. When the killer went to steal the keycard, he conveniently stashed the cell phone in Miss Tenero's locker at the same time.
Objection!
This is related to the key card, all right. In the same way as we have zero proofs that the killer did just that.
Ugh.
The only voice that sings the truth is evidence. That is the one bad we cannot ignore.
I do. Francisca's right. Can't offer baseless conjectures at this point. Alright then. Why did the culprit take the cell phone from Agent Hicks? Must have something very incriminating on or in it.
Hold it!
What's now, Miles Edgeworth?
It's not over yet. We've yet to figure out why the killer took the phone.
What?
Inside this phone lies the final piece of incriminating evidence that will point us to our killer. We need to examine this phone in more detail.
It's got a camera on the back.
LCD broken. Without a screen, you can't even place a call with this. Ah, it's a camera lens. Come to think of it, I wonder, exactly was Agent Hicks planning to preserve the crime scene of the smuggling? Francisca, I need you to confirm something. This cell phone, can it take pictures?
Mr. Edgeworth, I can't believe you don't know about this kind of basic stuff, sir. You're like a bumbling idiot. This looks like a very similar model to my own. And mine can take photos just fine.
You think Agent Hicks could have taken some pictures with this? In particular, pictures as evidence for his smuggling case. If so, I'd say there may be some very inconvenient photos in here for our killer smuggler.
But the phone's all busted up, sir. Even a super prosecutor can't repair a broken phone.
Very convincing gumshoe impression, Miss Meal.
Oh, sorry. Even a very super prosecutor can't repair a broken phone.
That one was less convincing. Ugh. Find a way, don't you worry about that.
Damn you, game! Back to sleep now. That the CD on the inside and outside are broken, that's for sure. But that's also reason enough to be believed that the killer wasn't able to erase the data. What?
What do you mean by that, Francisco?
Looks like our killer isn't very familiar with his electronics. His phone still rang when I called it, meaning that only the LCD screens are broken.
It's possible that the photo is still there inside, waiting to be accessed. All we need to do is transfer the data to my phone.
Francisca, your phone, if you please.
Very well. It's transferring. Alright, displaying it now.
This is...
Agent Hicks was most certainly trying to obtain some evidence for his smuggling case.
Hey, that's the Elf Red's nowhere in this picture, sir.
Has no meaning as a piece of evidence in this murder case, right?
Oh, right. But there's lots much we can find out about this from Agent Hicks' killer, sir.
Is this it? Is this the end? There's really nothing in this photo that we can use. Is this? The fact that all these suitcases here in this photo is odd.
Agent Hicks was still alive at the time. So what exactly so odd about suitcases that haven't yet been used being there?
Yes, but I was only pointing out things that are different between now and then.
So off-topic ramblings have put this attendant to sleep yet again, Miles Edgeworth.
Ugh. Give Sleepyhead here a rude awakening. Deafening objection and a contradiction. What's the prediction?
A-E? A3.
Nope.
That's not even click. That's not even.
Not even clickable. What's all this?
Huh? The cargo ship from Virginia to Zedfang.
The reason they aren't here now is that they were dropped off in Zhangfa. Mr. LeBlanc, can you tell me the contents of the boxes? Unfortunately, there's no English written on them anywhere.
Fun cost of boxes is written in Borgian. It says a petit cloth in English.
Cloth? Could it be? Is this where the killer?
What? What is that scary face?
Ms. Meal.
Yes.
It appears that Agent Hicks was no ordinary investigator.
Huh?
He left us with a piece of evidence after all. A striking piece that will point out who his killer is.
Huh? Maybe you shouldn't force your mistaken reading of a simple picture, Mr. Edgeworth.
Union cargo, and this piece of evidence will point us straight to the killer. Cloth?
I'm a little lost on this point.
Yeah.
Anybody could have used that cloth. And what is that supposed to prove?
The killer used this piece of cloth to wipe up the blood they had spilt. But there was one thing that bothered me this whole time. Where did it come from? And now I've finally found my answer to this now I've finally found my answer in this very photo. The cargo that was unloaded in Zhangfa had cloth written on it. In Borginian, that is. And this is where the killer grabbed a piece of cloth from to clean up the blood with. That's right. The killer was someone who could read and understand Borginian. And the only crew member that fits that description is you, Miss Cammy Meal.
Hold it. Yeah, that's pretty flimsy. The killer probably searched through the boxes looking for something to use. When you're frantic, you don't care if the box is in English or Virginian.
Sorry, but I cannot agree with your assessment of the killer's indiscriminate nature.
What?
There's no need for the killer to tear through boxes at random at all. And if the killer supposedly could not comprehend Borginian, well then. Logically, the killer would have opened this box first. Big box, big fuck off box that says blood bed sheets.
Take that!
Hey, it says bed sheets in English right on the box, sir.
Precisely. And bed sheets would be perfect for cleaning up blood, wouldn't you say?
So what are you trying to say?
That if I were the criminal, this box of bed sheets would have been what I would have spotted first.
However, the killer chose to use some Bulgarian cloth. Do you have any explanation for that?
The killer didn't want anyone to know that the real scene of the crime was this cargo hold. So they were afraid to leave signs that the box for the sheets had been opened. However, the Bulgarian cloth, well, that's a horse. That's a horse of a different color. What?
That's an interesting phrase.
It's a horse of a different color.
Because the killer knew it was going to be unloaded in the Republic of Zenfar.
That's right. That's why the Borginian cloth was used. And the only Borginian reader on board who could make such a calculated decision is you, Camille. You and you alone. It would be very easy for us to confirm if any of the boxes were resealed. All we have to do is contact Zengfa authorities in time. We may even find other evidence to incriminate our killer within those boxes. What do you say, Miss Meal? Why not confess to your crime here and now? Would you rather wait and see what we find out from our investigation in Zengfa?
No!
Real goofy.
He was Interpol. I couldn't stop it. I brought him here. Started taking pictures. I couldn't be found out. I was scared. I was in trouble.
March 12th, 5:26 p.m.
We finished making all the arrangements to take the suspect in, sir.
Very good, detective. What about the smuggling route? Did you say anything about that?
They're taking her down to the precinct now. Hopefully, we can get more out of her there. You know who even approached the topic? She just started foaming at the mouth.
That's not a good
Shit,
sign,
rabies.
detective.
That's scary, sir.
He probably wasn't prepared to commit a murder all of a sudden. One thing is for sure. The ring behind this whole mess means serious business. Looks like there's a lot more to this case than meets the eye.
Actually, when we were testing the bubble foam, we found it contained traces of cyanide.
Mr. Edgeworth, I just want to say how much I appreciate everything you did. Thank you so much.
There was nothing. In fact, I should be the one thanking you for your cooperation.
But truly, if it wasn't for you, I might not be here right now. Indeed. Instead, I can continue to serve our passengers as a flight attendant and waste my entire paycheck on... I hope that, well, please accept this as a token of my appreciation.
That's...
I see. You'll have to take it if you don't want it.
No, I mean, I would never turn down a lady's generous offer.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure it will serve you well. Remember, we here at GoU Airlines are always ready to serve, Mr. Edgeworth.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
I must bid you farewell. May all your skies be blue no matter where you go. The next crime takes place in pouring rain.
I can't believe we wound up investigating the whole day, sir. But boy, was it fun.
Speak for yourself. My day was filled with earthquakes, elevators, and false charges. By the way, where's Francisca?
Oh, she's filling out some customs paperwork for her departure.
Departure?
Yeah, Miss Von Karma's always really busy, sir. She's been flying out from country to country to chase down some leads regarding her case.
Detective? Can you cancel the car I had you reserve earlier?
You got it, sir.
Hope Springs Airport. Francisca?
I saw as I told you when you first landed. I have no time for idle chatter.
I have no intention of wasting your time, however, it has been a while since we last met.
I also have no time for such familiar reminiscences. Just who do you think I am?
You are Francisca Von Karma, a very proud prosecutor deserving of much respect.
Until only a little while ago, I was but a wretched mutt who was always losing to you. A dancing Periette, living her life on the name and fame of her invincible father built.
True, your father, Manfred Von Karma, didn't lose a single case for 40 years as a prosecutor. However, I wouldn't say he was invincible.
What are you talking about? The group I'm on the trail of is a little more troublesome than most. The smuggling route we found this time is only one sliver of the big picture.
Sounds like a dangerous assignment.
You really don't have to worry. I can take care of myself.
Yes, I suppose you can.
Plus, there's another agent on this case with me.
Oh? Another agent.
He's a star among Interpol agents and has the highest successful arrest rate. Who knows? You may even run into him one day.
Oh ho ho! Who could this mysterious Interpol agent be?
He is going to accuse you of the third crime.
I was simply caught up in this one case. I hardly see why we would cross paths.
I suppose. But I doubt he would say the same.
Not following you.
You'll understand soon enough. The flight has only just begun, Maz Etras. So I'll be back in this country soon enough. And when I am, you can be sure I'll pay you back in full.
And just like that, she's gone, huh, sir? Thank goodness. I can finally rest easy knowing I won't have to watch out for her whip.
Detective Gumshoe, I want to thank you for all your help and cooperation.
Oh, it was nothing, sir. I was just happy to be able to work with you again. I think I'm gonna celebrate by adding a little extra salt to my instant noodles tonight.
That's very sad, Detective. Just how much did you cut his salary by, Francisca? It's no fun dividing a fraction, you know that. Detective, I was wondering if you might give me a ride down to the prosecutor's office.
Sure thing, sir. I'll even fly down the road in the patrol car if you want.
Don't make me remind you, Detective. Safety first. You got into a car crash during the last time we saw you. Thus, I solved the first case upon my arrival home. Francisca Von Karma, the smuggling route she was after. The leaders of that ring that had already put their trump card into play. The leaders of that ring had already put their trump card into play. And the players on the other side of this war, they would begin to make themselves known through the next incident. Edgeworth speaking.
Finally. I called who knows how many times earlier, but I couldn't get through.
And you are?
Have you forgotten my voice, Miles, my boy?
Mr. Amano. Ernest Amano, correct?
I don't know.
I don't remember this
So you do
either.
remember me. I know it's rather sudden, but I can't ask this of anyone else. There's been an incident, Miles. My son, he's been kidnapped.
Oh my god, a kidnapping case? The end. What a cliffhanger. Save your progress.
Incredible.
Wow. What the fuck is that silhouette? Is someone wearing a crazy fur coat?
With Wolverine hair?
Yeah, with like the pointed Wolverine. All right, sure. All right, well, that's something to look forward to. A new wacky character, I guess. All right, what did you think of this? What do you think of this investigation?
Oh man, it was like
Oh my
so
god.
riveting.
So riveting.
Did you think it would be Camille in the beginning?
The
After
beginning?
she was introduced.
No, I was kind of expecting either LeBlanc to be more involved in it. I still don't know whether or not he's just a stooge or if he's part of the smuggling operation. I think he's just a stooge.
It's not just smuggling, it's also like criminal theft,
Yeah.
right? Because smuggling would be, let's say, having something that they made and smuggling to somewhere where it's illegal. But this was like a big case where they swapped the artifact, and
Right,
who
yeah.
knows what they did with the original piece. But yeah.
Like the Cammy misdirect, very Power Rangers. Kinda, yeah. Yeah, I didn't really clock Cammy as a bad guy until like after we started this episode. Maybe a little bit at the end, but like yeah, I didn't really have a good like, oh, who could it be? But I guess very intentionally, the pieces weren't really laid out until we got to the cargo hold. It's very funny and sad that Rhoda has to buy her own suitcase in order to get them moving.
You know, it's probably one of those situations where they had this like company-wide contest with the promise that whoever submitted the winning entry would have all these things made. And then she was the only one who submitted.
So she just
By
won
default,
by
the
default.
worst design won. And they already had these contracts to like produce these bags or whatever.
Yeah. So that was the only design they had.
I can't wait for the next scene to show him dragging around the suitcase.
I don't think he had a crazy ugly suitcase in the first chapter, right?
Yeah, but I feel like it's gonna be something that now we have context for. It's gonna show up.
Oh, that would be so funny if that's true. We
Or
see
at
this,
least he just
like,
stuffs it in
horrible
the corner
yellow
of his office or
suitcase.
something.
It would make for a very funny like background sight gag.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think most of the time the logic flowed pretty well. There were some where it was kind of like a blind guess. You could see that this is where the piece was supposed to go, but like, what does it actually mean? I mean, but for the most part, a lot of it, I think a lot of it worked out. a lot of it you were able to work out with each new piece of evidence. Yeah, I'm excited to see where this continues. So we have this smuggling and criminal theft ring, and we have this Yatagarasu, who is a phantom thief. That it seems like that they're going to be opposed to this smuggling organization, because it's not like it's not like LeBlanc is, I guess, a bad guy. He's kind of a dickhead, but like, it seems like he's just a collector and exhibitor. And I wonder if at some point during this game we're going to be working with Yatagarasu in order to take down this bigger bad. Who knows? We'll see. What do we got going on this week, though? Today is Sunday. Next time you see us will be tomorrow, Monday. We're gonna be here with some more Omori.
Oh, Maury.
Oh, Mori. Oh, boy. Something
And,
awful is going to happen next chapter,
We're
right?
done the prologue. And it's now time for the kids to grow up and for people to die, I guess. I don't know.
It has to be something fucked that's going to happen, right? There's no way something horrifying doesn't happen at that church. Could be a billion things, but it's gonna be bad. Yeah, Omori Monday. Tuesday, we're gonna be back here playing some more Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. Do remind me that I do need to do I do need to do the accounting for that. I do need to go unlock the C4.
Oh, before like you go into the next mission?
before we start the stream. But I gotta do some like run around stuff. Do some easy missions.
Oh, just to pass the timer.
Just to pass the timer.
Okay, well.
Bolt in some
I
more
guess
dudes while we're at it.
could do that during the day.
Yeah.
Tomorrow or the day after.
Yeah. MGS Peace Walker. Tuesday.
Yeah.
Friday. I'm gonna be back
Looking forward to
here.
it.
I'm gonna be back here hanging out, playing some more Nine Souls.
How far do you feel you got in your second session?
Well, there are 9 souls, and we only have 1 of them.
So not so many.
No, I think I
So
got
far.
through most of Area 2. And I did an optional boss. So I
Seemed to be a soul though.
Yeah, so I think we'll probably get to the second soul boss come next stream.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and depending on how much backtracking and how much Metroidvania I'm gonna need to be doing, maybe if we're lucky, it'll be paced out like that, where it's every 2-3 streams we'll have a main boss. That is, if some of the bosses aren't paired together. Like, oh, there's twins who are souls 5 and 6. Something like that. Who knows?
I see that being possible.
Yeah. Who knows? 9 is a lot of bosses.
And then
And
Join
then, join us here next week, Sunday, for some more Ace Attorney investigations.
chapter 3,
Chapter 3.
spiky fur coat dude.
Spiky
Is there a name
fur
for
coat
that?
dude.
Something turnabout, right? They're all called turnabout.
I did
but
not check to see what that episode.
It definitely showed us the name though.
The Kidnapped
Kidnapped
Turnabout. Oh boy.
because the dude his son got kidnapped.
The son got kidnapped. Yep. kidnappings have we had in Ace Attorney? I think only like one. I think only Maya's been kidnapped. Otherwise, people
Yeah.
have just been murdered.
Fair.
It's very funny that the one kidnapping that we have is Maya Fey. Everything happens to her for whatever reason. Yeah. More Ace Attorney next week. But yeah, that'll be all for today. Thanks for hanging out. If indeed you're still here. Fucking see ya.
Turbulence is probably far more dangerous than having one of the crew members kill you. So buckle up when the captain says that there's turbulence and please be seated. And to buckle up. Because he's not joking. If you go flying into the head, the thing over your head, it's not good, right? It's like solid. There's like the little air vents up there.
Turbulence
And
is more
there's-
dangerous than having one of the crew members kill you.
Yeah, like it's more likely to happen, right? Like rate of incidents per 100,000 or whatever, right? Far more likely that you get seriously injured from turbulence than from a crew member going savage or desperate because you've uncovered some secret plot of theirs or something. So just a reminder that turbulence listen to their captains and careful of the turbulence. That's it.
I wouldn't
That's the
know.
lesson.
I have not been on that many flights.
But the flight that you have been on, do you remember any turbulence?
Not that I remember. It was a long flight, so I might have been asleep through it.
I remember it vividly because I get extremely motion sick extremely fast on flights. I take a lot of gravel right before.
Unlucky you, I suppose.
That's all I got.
All right. Bye.
Bye.